Good old Activision, ladies and gentlemen. Activision is that company that is honestly, I don't even know what to even say about Activision anymore. Everybody knows that that word is synonymous with garbage, just like a lot of different companies are when it comes to the mainstream gaming industry. But apparently, we have a new report with Activision where apparently they are installing DEI officers on every single development team to ensure that the message is propagated properly.
The message.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the message is so important that every single development team within Activision has to have an officer in charge of DEI in order to push it. And then they want to wonder, why is this even like a thing? Like why do you for a industry that complains about not having enough money, for an industry that is closing down studios left and right, for an industry that is firing people and laying off people left and right and developers are losing their job, for an industry that is fucking tanking right in front of your eyes, you got all this money apparently to be hiring DEI officers and DEI associates for every single one of your development teams. You got money for that, but you don't got money to keep your studios open. You don't got money to keep people employed. It makes you wonder exactly where their priorities lie. So let's get into this article, guys, from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. It says a new report claims that the Call of Duty developer Activision installs diversity, equity, and inclusion officers on every single development team in order to ensure that the message is propagated. This new report comes from former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern and his developer contacts and friends. Kern posted on X that bonuses and reviews for Activision employees depend on how hard you DEI. Now, this is not the first time we've heard about this. Actually, we've heard about this quite a few times, and I'm not too surprising that Activision is one of those companies that's doing it. Let's list the companies that we know do this shit, right? So we got Ubisoft, we got Activision, we even got Square Enix to an extent, not so much, but we have them to an extent. Sony obviously does it, PlayStation and whatnot. Xbox does it as well. You could keep going and going and going, and you're gonna find out that almost all of them have their bonuses and whatnot tied to DEI because they need maximum funding, ladies and gentlemen. They need maximum funding. So how are they going to incentivize their executives to push the message in order to get that funding? They're gonna make it part of their bonus structure. That way they get actual bonuses for pushing this nonsense. They're not going to make them do it for free. It says he also detailed that DEI officers are installed in every dev team to ensure the message. Furthermore, Kern relayed all of the AAA studios out there, my dev friends and contacts who have come forth, tell me that Ubisoft and Activision are the absolute very worst. Now, I've spoken to Grums multiple times on either Hypnocast or Saturday Night Hypnosis or whatever, and he's informed me that Ubisoft is by far one of the worst companies when it comes to DEI. And look at Assassin's Creed Shadows. I mean, we are seeing that example play out right in front of our eyes, that we know that this is what they do. They're doing this for whatever their reasons are, and they're going to push it nonstop. It says to top it off, Kern shared an internal document that he alleges was sent to Activision employees last week that details all the diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives that the company engaged in over the last year. Kern claims that this is just one of the multiple DEI emails sent out weekly in a deluge of propaganda. Oh, I gotta see this. This is very interesting. Let me click this because I'm curious what this actually says. Let's see. Here's some of the progress we made over the last 12 months. Progress, ladies and gentlemen, progress, right? Yeah, all the progress you're making. And meanwhile, every single one of these development studios are losing money. Every single one of them are closing down studios, firing developers. Yeah, you're definitely making progress, but let's see. They say they created a mentorship program, XP Equity, for all Activision employees to partake in an opportunity for connection and growth and increased participation of mentor signups for Cohort 1 to Cohort 2. Released 10 episodes of Press Pause Season 1. Curated several meaningful DEI-focused learning opportunities on our new Leap DEI page in partnership with our L&D team. Conducted marketing shared space sessions with all of our employee network groups, ENGs, in partnership with our marketing creative teams. You know what I've noticed? A lot of these companies, they love their acronyms, right? Like they love saying things to put them into 3 letters, right? They'll label everything and they can say, before you know it, you can have an entire conversation in acronyms. You could have, yeah, part of our LEAP and LED and DEI and IGD and ENG. And it's like, what? What the fuck? Like after a certain point, just say you're doing DEI nonsense. That's it. Just let's keep it simple. We don't need all these fucking labels and messages and all that stuff. It says made meaningful strides with collaborations between inclusive game design (IGD) and our marketing creative teams, like the representation of the King Co-op, operating skin, and the inspiration behind its development. Created the IGD Council. What the fuck is an IGD Council? Compromise of external experts to act as an additional layer of expertise to share input on our content review processes in partnership with our IGD team. You know what's hilarious is that they make these councils, right? They make these DEI initiative councils. And it's funny, they always say that they're experts, but the hilarious thing about this is that to qualify as an expert, all you have to do is think in your mind to push leftist identity politics. As long as you do that, even if you genuinely believe it or not, it doesn't matter. As long as you do that, you have a job. That's what that is. Like, those are the experts. And you can become an expert in 5 seconds. Just go out there and say women, trans women can be women. Trans men can be men, and what else? What else can you push? Just basically show for anything leftist, right? Like, that's all you got to do. Joe Biden's amazing. Trump is evil. That's it. That makes you an expert on DEI. It says, kicked off the TA DEI Roadshow with some of our studio leads to deep dive into opportunities to expand our talent reach in collaboration with our talent acquisition team. Celebrated several meaningful moments to spotlight culturally relevant recognitions and Heritage Month. So you pandered. That's basically, like, this is considered progress for them, that they spent multiple months pandering to different groups of people. That's progress for them. Worked with a number of minority-owned businesses, enterprises, MBE, to create experiences for our employees during celebrations in partnerships with our internal events team. So you basically hired minority-owned businesses to do celebrations within your company. Okay. Release several newsletters and comms to continue to spotlight stories for employees and present relevant information for the business in collaboration with our public relations comms team. Participated in and hosted several community-facing events, exposing the next generation to opportunities, education, and the excitement of Activision. Now, you know what this entire letter showcases to me? This entire letter was sent out to its employees, right? All this is Big Daddy Corpo trying to tell its employees, hey, look how good we've been over the last 12 months. You like us, right? You like working here, right? We're good, right? You're not going to sue us or anything or tell anybody our secrets, right? We're good. We're good boys. Look how good we've been over the last 12 months. Yeah, like, pat us on the back. We're so amazing. This is just one massive virtue signal to their employees to not get them in any trouble and to continue to try to support them and make it seem as if they're the best company around. Look at all the progress we made. You've made zero progress, all right? You've been doing the same shit that you were doing 12 months prior. All you're doing is virtue signaling. All you're doing is the bare minimum when it comes to trying to do or initiate any kind of DEI stuff. You are doing what you can to get away with it. That way, nobody looks towards you. A lot of these companies do this to hide the skeletons in their closet. They don't want nobody discovering the shit that they're really up to, or the shit that they really believe in, or the shit that they really do. Like, nobody wants them to find that out. So what they do is they virtue signal to the max in the hopes that you don't ask any questions and you look the other way when the time comes. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.